right, guys, happy Thursday. We're here back at it with you in another trading day. And there is one thing that I am thinking about today, and that is NIO, NIO, NIO. I mean, we are getting some signs of life out of this thing. I've got a little bit of hope in me, not much, but again, the chant of the day is absolutely NIO. Let me go ahead and share the screen here. There we go. Let's get the bigger screen. There we go. All right, we've got NIO up $2.50, 5.5% today, getting us up to 47.50. Let's give us all a round of applause for driving some retail volume into this stock. I mean, we need a bump like this on a day like today. And for anybody who's missed the past couple days, I've been on this emotional roller coaster of a saga, trying to figure out what the hell to do with this NIO trade. On Wednesday, on Tuesday, I got peer pressured into buying NIO calls that expire on Friday at the $50 strike. That's not how I trade, right? I don't like to pick time horizons whenever I don't have to. But our co-host Neil, who we decided not to bring back on the show, got that going. The chat, helped. Everybody in the chat saying to bump it. Yeah, pump it. There we go. But the chat helped pressure us into it. Yesterday we bought another call. We said screw it. We're doubling down on this thing. We averaged in. This is called a revenge trade. It's not recommended. But we bought a second call for 72 cents. So check this thing out. The last print now is these NIO calls are trading at 84 cents. Average price of $1.74. Again, this is the $50 strike price that is expiring on Friday. So really, for us to be making money off of this thing, the stock needs to get to 52 bucks by the end of the day tomorrow. That's why I don't like picking time horizons. That's why I really don't like buying calls that are 2 or 3 days out. It puts you in a risky spot. So I mean, let's whip out the calculator here. So that's a big calculator. All right, so average price is $1.74. The thing's at 84 cents now, times 200 shares. All right, so, oh wow, I did that wrong. Hold on. So yeah, $1.74 minus 84 cents of the thing's at now times 200 shares. All right, so right now we're down 180 bucks on this trade. That's where we're at with this NIO position. Again, I woke up today to see a Deutsche Bank raising the price target up to 50 bucks. That's right where we need it. So guys, I'm loving this energy into NIO. I mean, keep running, baby. We got another $4 to make up in 2 days. So that's our NIO shout. Yesterday we asked the chat, right? The question that we asked the chat regarding NIO was, if you think that I am okay on this trade, press 1. If you think I'm totally screwed on this NIO trade, press 2. So I'm asking the same question, guys. Throw them out there. If you think I'm okay on this NIO trade, give me a 1 in the chat. You think I'm totally screwed on this NIO trade, give me the 2. Yesterday it was a lot of 2s. It wasn't looking great, per the crowdsourcing of the chat. I am feeling a little bit better now. Not a whole ton, but I'm feeling a little bit better. And guys, I apologize. All of this NIO excitement today, my rally cry for NIO, just trying to will this thing higher. I missed the whole point of the show. Which the whole point of this show is to get the trade ideas going, right? We want this to be the best, 45, 50 minutes that you can spend in your day for trade ideas, right? We want to make it fun. I'm going to bring ideas. Jason is going to bring ideas. Jason should be with us in a little bit here today. And then any sort of guests that we bring on, we'll be bringing their trade ideas as well. And today we actually have JC Peretz joining us. He is a chartist, super well known for charting abilities. So he'll be joining us around 12:30 or so today. So he'll be here with us. And so you won't want to miss that. Definitely a different style that he's bringing. Jason and I are very fundamental about stocks. He likes the stories. I sort of like the numbers. JC likes the charts. So 3 different positions that we're bringing you today. And all right, I'm looking at these 1s and 2s here. Let's see. Got a lot of 2s. Yeah, still thinking that I'm pretty screwed in this NIO trade. I am very tempted to just close the thing now, right? So let's do the math here. So if the option is at 84 cents, there's the big calculator again. 200 shares. So I close this thing now. I walk away with 168 bucks. If we let it run tomorrow, it expires worthless. Then we're walking away with 0. So that's what's on the line. So I don't know. I may or may not close this thing before the show is up today. But we'll leave that to be determined. Some other shout outs today. Let's talk about some of these other hot stocks. Moderna giving us another 5% today, up to 93 bucks there. Again, we sold out half of our position in Moderna a few days ago. We've got half of it now that we're letting ride. It's giving us that nice 5%. Again, Moderna was our vaccine play. We picked that one because they're striking a lot of deals with foreign governments to distribute vaccines. So that's sort of what gave us the edge to say their vaccine is probably doing well in trials. It ended up being true. Nailed that one. Voyager, that's another one that we've talked about on this show before. This is our crypto play. As long as crypto is moving the right direction, Voyager should be moving the right direction. Box, that's another one that we bought a couple weeks ago. Again, I think this is sort of a stay-at-home play. I also think that that it's got a lot of room for multiple expansion. Again, Box is only trading at 3.5 times their price to sales. Yeah, look at everybody in the chat saying just close the NIO calls now. Yes, the smart trade absolutely would be to close the NIO position now. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But the fun way would just be let it ride. Again, I don't recommend anybody trades options like that again. We just sort of did it as we had Neil on the show and we were having fun. But the smart thing would absolutely be to close that thing out now. All right, let's look at some of these tickers that we're getting in the chat here. And guys, if you're on the stream, can you please throw us a like? Trying to get this thing going.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Hello. How you doing?
Doing well, baby. Look at this. NIO, we got $2 in this thing. We got 5% today, trying to will the stock higher. I needed to get to 52 by tomorrow. Not looking great.
Why don't you just ride the Tesla train? Let me just tell you this.
I have all-time highs.
Hold on. Don't show me Tesla. I have not looked at Tesla in 2 days now, because remember on the show for the last 3 weeks when it was getting killed, I said buy. I bought call options December, January's, and November 20th. I sold my November 20th today, but I've been saying buy, right? So now my hand is over the screen. I'm going to look at the price. Have we hit 450 or 460 yet? Where are we? Show it to me.
We are 494.
Shut up.
This is called ATH, baby. ATH, all-time high in the stock. Okay. Let's go.
So that's what if you guys realize, on the pre-market show, pre-market prep, I've been saying this, and Dennis and Joel just said, no, it's just sitting there. There's no movement. And I've been saying this. I bought it. I bought more shares, bought call options. It was going down at first. And I, at 600 by, January is what I said. But 500 is what I said by the end of November. I mean, come on. You got to, I don't know if I'm not asking for credit, but I've been saying this to the group, don't mess around and buy some Tesla. And no one wanted to believe. Everyone's like, nah, it's just in a mode where it's not moving up. It's not. Listen, when I take conviction on stuff, there's a heavy amount of research that goes into it. Heavy amount of research. This was one of them. So hopefully you guys are there. So you're talking the NIO thing. So you are making some money on your NIO stuff.
No, I mean, today, yes, but I'm still screwed in this thing. Look at this, down 52%.
I'm gonna open my account.
And there's a great point made in the chat, right? We bought this option just as a flyer, right? It was a crapshoot options trade into earnings. We thought, okay, if they blow out earnings, the stock's gonna go to 60, 55. They didn't. Yes, you should sell it. Yes, it does. Again, I'm agreeing with everybody. The right thing to do is to just dump the loser and call it a day. So I agree. Do I still own it? Yes. We'll see what it does today.
Okay. And the thing that I do wrong is when I had my huge Upwork win, I sold too much of it too early. I sell too early sometimes. But oh wow, Tesla, you're right. 495. Oh my God, my Upwork call options are up again. 30. Jesus. Okay, but guys, I have losers too. I hate when people just talk about there and they're not, transparent.
Yep.
My GAN is sitting there doing not much. I don't think. Let me go check. GBTC is doing some stuff. People made fun of me for buying that one, but let's see what my GAN's doing. To know that was a loser, I think. I can't find my GAN. Where's GAN? Where's GAN? Oh, here it is. It's up today. Up 54 cents. Yeah, baby. I bought more on earnings. I bought some at about 16.
When was the earnings? Is that a few days ago?
It got killed.
Okay.
So I bought some. That's my thing. I bought some because I was down. So now my GAN, I'm up like 3%. Okay, or 4%.
All right. Can I hit you through some trades we made this week? Get your hot take on them.
Yeah. But before you do, I said
we've done 3.
No, go ahead. Yep, do that, and then we'll do that.
All right. First one, we dumped half of our position in Moderna. We were up about 35% on that thing. They came out with the vaccine news. We took some of the money off the table, sold half of it. Thoughts on that one? Right move.
Have they forecast what their revenue is going to be on this vaccine stuff?
No, they have not.
So at the end of the day, selling half, is it going to go to 150, 160? I don't know. The thing with Moderna, do you understand how it works with Moderna?
What do you mean by that?
I know a little bit. Well, how they do their RNA vaccine research.
Oh, I have no idea how that works.
So I'm no expert at Moderna, but I know they're able to I know Moderna is basically, it's the way they can do vaccine research and with the technology they use is way quicker than 90% of the places out there. They use a RNA sequencing system that was able, when China had the virus and they released the DNA code or whatever for it, it was way easier for for Moderna to move faster with using the code to come up with vaccines. So I don't think Moderna is a one-hit wonder on corona vaccine. I think it could be a long-term. It could be a long-term play. So
I think for the vaccine too, it's going to be one of those things where the stock's going to be at 150, 160 as they actually start getting revenue, and everybody's going to look at this trade and be like, yeah, that was an obvious trade.
Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly right. And I own Moderna at 40, but I don't own it now, guys. I sold it. I sold it when that one guy harassed us about how it was
it was a fake stock.
Yeah, how it was a fake stock and all this stuff. And he was so confident. If I read his emails, guys, you guys were like, Jason, how could you have held on to Moderna with what this guy told you? It was unbelievable, Yeah.
All right, so there's one. The other one, we sold our Tango Alpha November. That was our solar ETF. I don't know if you were around when we did that. Basically, we got the Biden pop. We dumped that one. We're out of there. Thoughts on that? Solar could have more room. I don't know. Do you have any current opinions on that one?
I think solar is going to be a big winner next year.
Okay. All right. So maybe we should have kept part of that.
So if you have a long-term account, I would stay in it. If you have a short-term account, then it's maybe a trade.
Okay. And then did I run you through my Home Depot yet? I don't know if we did that one yesterday or not.
I liked the Home Depot trade ahead of earnings, but I know it was our lows. Yeah, no, you didn't run me through it. Run me through it.
All right, let me. This was the power pick we made a couple days ago. Yeah.
Share our YouTube link on your social media. We'll pick another winner. We sent out a $100 gift card to Amazon today. I like Unity, by the way. So letter U, but share social media. Do hashtag Zinger Nation and share the link. And we're gonna, share it on your Facebook, share it on your social media. We're trying to get these numbers up. We need more likes. And then Josh Brown, the Reform Broker. I'm gonna be giving out a couple signed books of Josh Brown's book from, he's on CNBC. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have Josh Brown on my segment on the pre-market prep at 8:45. We're gonna be talking the book, and we're gonna give out another 2 books. So if you're interested, please tune into that. Thank you. Go ahead, Luke.
All right. Everybody who's been watching the show, they've already gotten the power pick, but I'm doing it again for Jason. We'll get Jason's hot take on the Home Depot HD power pick. But basically, here's what we've got going on. We have 2 stories in the stock. One, the company had good earnings and good guidance above analyst estimates. The stock sold off 3% on that news. Two, we've got the stay-at-home trade, right? Nobody's traveling this winter. People are going to have more disposable income. They're going to be locked up inside. They're going to continue working on their homes, that sort of thing. All right, so there's the story side of it. Hopping over to the numbers. So the stock is trading at 2.5 times price to sales. It's trading at 16 times EV to EBITDA. Given the revenue growth that this stock has already had this year, as sales are up about 30% this year, and given the continued momentum and sales growth it should see, I think that there is room for some multiple expansion. The other thing that I'm going to pull up, let me take a look at our chart here. Add this back onto the screen. All right, so check this out. There is some really, really clear buying in the chart right around this 264 level, right? The stock has tried to go below this price for months. It keeps getting held up. So the charts look good. So you've got two good stories. You've got good fundamentals. You've got the support on the chart. And so that's the pitch in Home Depot. Again, this thing, it's not a 2Xer, right? We're not looking for a 100% return in Home Depot, but this should be an easy, I think, 10, 20% play in a fairly stable stock.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's a conservative play for this right now. I think it's a conservative play.
You got two good stories. You got good fundamentals.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Wait, I hear me twice.
I know I had to open up the YouTube because someone asked me a question. I want to be able to describe my name. So I like Home Depot and Lowe's as a stable play because it will have revenue and earnings momentum for, those home projects. So I like it, I like it. Mm-hmm. But I also, Luke, I'm a buyer of like the Wayfarers and things overstock for the home. I'm buyer of things that you buy from them. I own RH, and that's another one of those plays. So it follows that sentiment. So spending money for the home, it follows that sentiment, and that's Home Depot, Lowe's, and that's where I'm playing those kind of things. So I'm for it. Is it going to be this? Is RH or is Home Depot going to be the play? It's tough.
I think Home Depot is the conservative play, right? RH is more of the flyer. Like, look at this is a 1-year chart on RH. I mean, things gone from 180 to 430. Home Depot's not going from 250 to 750. No way.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on your style and how much risk you want to take it on.
The other thing is people are shopping online a lot more, Luke. So they're not necessarily going to Home Depot and Lowe's in the store as often. And these kind of purchases may happen online. That's where RH can achieve success. But, so TJ, if you work at Lowe's, how is the foot traffic? How are the sales? Give us some.
I love that.
I want to hear what's going on there. So what are you seeing for us? Give us some color here. It's basic color. We don't need any inside information, but how is foot traffic? TJ's in the YouTube chat for right now. And I'm Benzinga. This is our afternoon show. We still haven't chosen a name for it, but
can we do that today? I've got it ready.
I don't know if we should because you got a guest coming on now.
I know.
Do you want to?
We did get some new. I asked the chat for more names, right? Before we threw out the vote, I asked for some more names. And there were some funny ones. We had Guilty Pleasure, Stock Squirts was the one that everybody was dying over, and How to Trade Stocks. Those were 3 more potential names that the chat threw out. So
let me see this thing again. We got Zinger Nation Power Hour, Benzinga Full Hour of Power, The Greatest Range OPM, Zinger Nation. Wait, I have that move that smash that like thing. Sorry, shoot. That's blocking it. I gotta move that. What was the last? I can't do it.
I can scroll. I can scroll here. How's that?
Well, you didn't scroll, so now it's too late for me. So I moved that thing away. How to trade stocks. All right. Any show votes for what the name of the show should be? Come on, chatters. I know there's a lot of lurkers and not communicators. Let's go. Give us some names. Winner. If you win the name of the show, you're gonna get some big money from Benzinga. You're gonna get a big Benzinga check if you name the show. So let us know.
How not to trade with Luke? Okay, I like that one.
Or how about the Tesla?
Aggressive.
How about the Tesla show? I mean, I literally hired a Tesla team to write Tesla because I wanted our team to make money. I wanted everyone who's listening to the show to buy Tesla. I mean, literally, it's just like, oh God, there's setups like this and they don't happen so often, But
yes.
People don't like to listen sometimes.
All right, should I drop the link in the chat? Like, should we start collecting some votes? Maybe we can do it over 2 days or something.
Sure, whatever you want. I just want people to make money.
There we go. I mean, that's the name of the game. Let's get the trade ideas going. All right. I've got another stock to talk about potentially. Another potential buy.
Yeah, you have a lot of stocks to talk about.
I like to talk about stock. This is the trade idea show, baby.
Guys, is Luke talking about too many stocks? Press 1 if he does.
About too many stocks, then yeah, press 1.
No.
If you like me talking about stocks, press 2. All right, you ready for this one?
Yes, let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right, this is one that you threw out that had some news around it. So the stock is Polaris, ticker PII. That's Papa India India. Here's the story, right? It's a snowmobile stock. We initially threw it out as a potential stay-at-home play for the winter, right? People more disposable income. They're buying snowmobiles, that sort of thing. Here's what happened. The CEO of 12 years left the company to join another public company. The stock fell 9%.
They're saying your link's not working, Junior.
All right, well, we'll fix that in a second. But all right, the CEO for 12 years, stock fell 9% after he said he was leaving to go to another public company. But here's why I don't think that matters, right? Normally, a CEO leaving to take another job, that's a pretty bad sign, right? But in the past 5 years, Polaris' stock price is down 12%. The S&P is up 80% over the past 5 years. Polaris is down 12%, right? So it's like almost 100% delta in the move there. So does it even matter that their CEO is leaving? On the number side of things, it's trading below 1 price to sales, 20 times EV to EBITDA, pays a 2.7% dividend. So I almost like this stock more with the CEO leaving, because again, he didn't do a ton for the stock over his tenure. Getting some fresh blood in there, especially if they announce like a new high profile name or something along those lines, could be good for the stock. Thoughts on that one?
Agreed. Just that we had a move in Polaris this summer. That's when I traded for the Corona plays. And then when does winter come? When do people start buying snowmobiles? Is it this quarter or is it next quarter that it's going to be way higher? So you could be getting early and sitting here with this. It's at, what are we at, a 90 level right now?
Let's pull it up. It's at 97.
85, 90. And so could you pick this thing up at 85, 82? I mean, I remember I bought it at like 61 back in the day during the Corona stuff. So I just don't know if today's the entry point or if we enter a little lower. Or, I mean, I think Polaris is a good holding. So if you like it as a good holding, and it's something that you can make your incremental buy now and load up to it, because I think you will see some large numbers, just like I saw with Polaris this summer and my Wayfarers and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So that's the move. I just don't know if it's a trade, Luke, for the next 2 weeks. I don't think it's a buy yet.
All right, so that's the call. Is hold off. I'm not in this one yet, but it's one of those ones that's absolutely on my radar right now. All right, and I think I fixed the link. I'm gonna try dropping the link in for the show name.
Drop it like it's hot.
All right, I'm gonna drop it like it's hot.
Okay,
and I think that we have a special guest here with us now.
Yes. So all the way from, this guy has moved around the country from Brazil to Spain to Africa to the wine country. This guy now, New York, Connecticut. This guy is a world traveler. He is so lucky to have his amazing wife to put up with him and do all that with him. But this is one of the best. This is one of the good guys in the industry. He goes by the name, and he has Baltimore Ravens, Baltimore Orioles. Sorry. Baltimore. How do you say that?
What? Tell us the sports team. Yeah. No. You lost your chances.
I got it. But I want to say it. Introducing JC, the technical guru, Peretz.
What's up, Raz?
CMT. I went and saw him speak in New York a couple years ago in front of like 100 people that were like literally fawning at every word he said. And I was just in the back area trying to eat as many appetizers as possible because I held an event at Reuters. I'm like, all right, I got to, they're kind of a So I was eating there was like hot dogs and lamb chops. JC's like, how did my speech go? I'm like, JC, I think I need to go throw up in the bathroom because I've been eating my face out. And this was like earlier days of Benzinga, so there wasn't I didn't want to go pay for a dinner. I had to do that. And then before JC talks, JC, when I was trying to woo him and be nice to him and kiss his ass, I'm like, let's go to lunch, and he picks a restaurant, a sushi restaurant, like a high end. But I never told him that like the only sushi I eat are California rolls with like imitation crab. So I'd go there hoping I'll just get chicken teriyaki. They have nothing. They have nothing of it. The lunch was like $200, and honestly, Luke, I may have eaten like 15 pieces of white rice.
Yeah, but you got so many free hot dogs from Reuters.
I was on 44th and 5th, and there was a great sushi joint a block away on 6th, and Raznick's like, let's have lunch. I'm like, okay, great. I know a great sushi spot. He's like, fantastic. At no point did he say, I don't like sushi. First of all, who doesn't like sushi? Come on, Raznick.
I know. I'm just uncultured. But I have the California rolls. They didn't have it, Luke. They didn't have that. They didn't have chicken teriyaki. And
you don't go to sushi places that serve those things. That's the whole point.
It was like such a high.
You need to take him to a diner next time, JC.
Like,
hey, we got this diner. It's pretty dirty. And
Raznick was nice enough to like pay for the lunch. He hated and by the way, it's a great sushi joint, Sushi Zen on 46th Street in 6th Avenue. Future. Right. Hopefully, it still exists. Who knows these days?
This is all true. I like making the other person happy, and I can afford to miss a meal or two, as you can see from my chubby ass cheeks. I mean, what am I, 205, and I should be like 170 right now? I mean, Jesus. So I can afford to miss a meal or two. All right.
Raznick didn't say anything the entire time that he doesn't like sushi, and then he's been busting my balls about it for years ever since.
Yeah. The story makes it. But I'm gonna shut up now because it's time for JC to take over, and so I'm gonna move me off for a second.
All right. See ya. All right, so JC, the whole point of this show, I know I didn't give you a ton of a preview, but it's like we try to make this the trade idea hour, right? So we're on here every day. I'm presenting ideas, Jason's presenting ideas, the chat's throwing out stocks, but we don't like do any sort of like charting, right? We don't really look at technicals a ton. Jason and I are both more fundamental guys, so that's why I thought it would be super interesting for you to come on with us. And just basically, here's how you look at the world. Here's some charts that may look interesting, that sort of thing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, listen, for me, when we talk, everybody wants to know about the stock market. JC, give us a good stock to buy, right? JC, what's the S&P going to do? Apple, Tesla, right? I mean, think about the questions that I get all day. So, well, that's great. And we do answer those questions, and we do look at all those charts, and I do have opinions on all that. A big part of that opinion and a big part of that process is first analyzing stocks as an asset class, right? And so we're looking at the stock markets all over the world, from emerging markets to developed markets, right? So, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Korea, but then also all throughout Europe and Japan and Singapore, Australia.
So how do you do that? Are you looking at the ETFs or what are you doing?
Both. So we're looking at all of the indexes in local currency, right? So Hang Seng, Euro Stoxx 50, London FTSE 100, 350, Aussie, all of them, right? But then we're also looking at them dollar denominated at the ETF, because the question becomes, which is the right way to do it? We do both. So we run into this question of what's the right way to do things a lot. And our answer pretty much all the time is we do both.
Okay.
So then what we do is, and what are we doing when we're analyzing these? We're looking for the direction of the primary trends. So for every country in the world that has a stock market, which is a lot of them, we're looking at 20, 30 year, and in some cases even longer, to get really, are they going higher, lower? Euro Stoxx, for example, the Euro Stoxx index, which is the Euro Stoxx 600, which is like our S&P 500, has done nothing for 20 years, right? So what we're thinking is, if we get a breakout out of this, theoretically, arguably one of the most important stock market indexes on planet Earth, if that breaks out of a 20-year base, that can be very powerful. Japan just made 29-year highs, right? Wow, so we're still nowhere near back where we were in the late 80s before young Luke was even born, right? Well, how old are you, Luke?
28.
So Luke, before you were born, Japan was in the most ridiculous bubble. Just to put things in perspective.
All right, so Japan made a lifetime high for me. All right. That's good news. It got a lifetime high in Japan.
Highs, baby, for Japan, and this is one of the most important economies. But to put things in perspective, where they were in the late 80s before Luke came around, is that the real estate in Tokyo was worth 350 times the real estate in New York per square feet.
Holy shit.
In fact, one park in particular in Tokyo, the real estate of that park was worth more than all of the real estate in the state of California combined.
All right, yeah, that's crazy.
So
That's
needless to
insane.
say, it's taken a long time for that bubble to work itself out, and we're heading back up towards those highs in Japanese Nikkei. So that's how looking at the global markets really helps put things in perspective. And then lately, we've been seeing rotation into emerging markets. Emerging markets have been outperforming since the summer.
Give me what's an emerging markets ETF, or which one do you like to look at? EEM, Echo Mike.
Yep.
Okay.
EEM. Yep. So this is going to be a lot of
All
China.
right, so here's the 1 year on that. Okay.
So making new multi-year highs, and look, you're throughout your entire career, you're going to learn a lot throughout your career as you get older, and you're going to have different experiences and go through cycles, and every cycle is going to be a great learning experience for you. Same with me, right? So when I first came into the business, I came in 2003. The first 4 years of my career, emerging markets averaged a 100% return per year for the first 4 years of my career. And then for the last 10 years, they've done nothing for the last 10 years. So in your experience, emerging markets suck. Like, you don't even know the ticker symbol for the ETF, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But think about,
check this out. So here's the 10 year on the ETF. Yeah, nothing. I mean, it's where it was 10 years ago.
So for a guy like yourself who came into the business within the last decade, you're like, oh, JC, emerging markets, give me tech, give me discretionary.
Yeah, exactly. The triple
software,
Qs, baby.
Solar, Tesla. Give me the shakers and the movers.
NIO, I need some NIO.
Crap, right?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
But I will tell you that if you look, so when I first came into business, emerging markets had a lot of exposure to natural resources, right? And that was a great time for natural resources, energy. Oil peaked at 150 for goodness sake. It went negative this year, just to show you how far we've come. And but now the largest components of EEM are Tencent, Taiwan Semiconductor, Sony, Alibaba. These are not natural resource stocks. So these are right up your alley, baby. Luke, get involved.
Yeah, these are the tech stocks. They're big stocks too.
Yeah.
Real big stocks.
Oh yeah. The biggest, right? It's a market cap weighted index. So look at that rotation into emerging markets. Number one, I think it's got to be positive for global growth. I think it means higher interest rates. I think small caps outperforming financials, money rotating into financials as interest rates go up. I think it's all part of a similar story. The yield curve now steepening, right? All of that is, in my opinion, part of the same story.
Okay. All right, I like that one. And so let me ask you this too, right? So when you're listing some of these stocks that are in this emerging markets fund, I mean, it seems like I would imagine there's a lot of crossover with like the general tech ETFs and that sort of thing.
Well, think about what's working out there. What's working out there is, why do you think Taiwan is making new all-time highs? Because it's all semiconductors over there, right? So that's information. So we're seeing semiconductors outperforming the United States. We're seeing technology doing well. We're seeing Taiwan essentially confirming that theme globally, which to me suggests it's less of a regional thing and more of a tech semiconductor story. So then that leads us to CLAC, KLAC. And we like CLAC. I think it goes to 300. KLAC, it's a semiconductor stock.
All right, so here's the 1 year that I got up on the screen now for everybody who's watching.
So it's breaking out relative to the rest of the market. It's making new highs on its own. And then the risk versus reward is favorable because we only want to be long the stock if it's above 230. If the stock is below 230, we leave it alone. So the risk is very well defined. And I think it goes to 300. Okay,
so basically the trade is you're in this thing long, you're watching for it to go to 300. If it goes below 230, you're stopping out or closing the position.
That's exactly right. I got an options trade for you if you guys trade options.
Yeah, baby. Everybody loves the options trades right now.
All right. That was the least enthusiastic clap for an option trade
I have ever seen. Options. Give us the strike, give us the expiration. I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna go with a CLAC June 250 300 bull call spread.
Oh Jesus, that's advanced. Okay, all right.
So
break that one down for us.
Very simple. It's going to be a 250 300 bull call spread. So we're going to be long the 250 calls, the June 250 calls, and then we're going to be short an equivalent amount of the 300 for a net debit of approximately $16. So we're going to, so because implied volatility is elevated, what we're going to do is we're going to sell an out of the money call for 300, which is our target. And then we're going to sell that and use that cash to then help us pay for the 250 call, which we are long.
Okay, so 50. I'm just typing this in the chat right now, so it's broken down. So you're selling the 300 strike June call. You're buying the 250 strike June call.
That's right.
In Clack.
Right. So that's going to be approximately $16. We want to take profits when the spread doubles. So at 32, we're taking profits all off the table.
All right. Okay. So that's the move. So you're going for 100% on this thing.
Yep. As soon as it doubles, we're out on a bull call spread. And then from a risk management standpoint, so from an equities trade standpoint, I like it against 230. For the bull call spread, because we're actually selling an option, we can give it a little more room, and all bets are off if the stock is below 223. So if we're below 223, the bull call spread is off. When the bull call spread reaches $32, the bull call spread is off, right? So we always want to have a plan if we're right, and we always want to have a plan if we're wrong, right? So there's no surprises ever.
And do you own the stock outright as well, or are you just in this one via the options trade you gave us?
I like the stock better, but I know the audience here at Benzinga. I was just joking about whether or not you wanted an options trade. I knew you did.
Of course.
Of course you do. So I like the stock because it's a very well-defined risk reward. But if you're looking to put on an options position, allocate less capital, which is not what my goal is right now. But if that is your goal, to allocate less capital and still have exposure to the long side in a semiconductor that's doing well, in an industry that's doing well globally, it's a nice options trade.
Okay. All right. And can we ask you for one more? Can we be so bold to ask you for one more idea?
You can.
All right.
Let me see if we're close. Yeah, how about Nike?
Okay.
What do you think about Nike?
All right, so it's November Kilo Echo is the ticker on that one. Here's the 1-year chart on Nike. All right, so this thing is sitting up towards its at least year highs, if not its all-time highs.
Yep. So, what do we know about all-time highs is that they're not a characteristic of a downtrend, right, Luke?
Yep.
I mean, we know
absolutely. Trend is your friend.
The trend is your friend with benefits.
There we go. Okay.
Here what we're going to do is we're going to buy Nike, and I want to buy a breakout. It hasn't quite broken out yet, so I think we could be patient. I mean, if you really want to be aggressive, I would use probably 130 as a stop. If you really want to be aggressive, anything below 130, I'd stay away. But the real number for me is 131. I like it above 131. That to me, it's one of those things where I'd rather pay more knowing it's on the way up than getting caught in something that's still not going. So I think this is one that maybe to keep on the radar, maybe buy the breakout. Don't be afraid to pay more, knowing it's on the way up. If you got some, if you really need to be in, 130 is that level. If it's below 130, cannot own it.
All right, and so if it breaks above that 131, where is it going to? Is it breaking above this candle that we have here? I mean, do you have thoughts there?
Yeah, well, that candle was sort of like a false start, right? Yep. So it gapped up and then melted back down into the range. So it never really got going. So we want to be buying it when officially gets going, which is why I think 131 is probably that level, and I think it's got 50 points of upside.
All right, yeah,
181. We want to take profits. 181, 50 points of upside.
All right, that's a good one. And you said you knew that our audience wanted options trade. Somebody in the chat wrote, and I quote, "I got a fever, and the only cure is options."
All right. So you want one more options trade?
If you have one, I mean, this is like the trade idea hour. So we'll take as many ideas as you throw at us. Jason said earlier that I was throwing out too many ideas. The chat fought back on my side.
Well, if we have too many ideas, then forget it.
No, we want the ideas.
Have too many ideas, Jay.
Andy's muted. He tries to butt in, tries to stop us. He's muted.
I just made an options trade, but wait, I don't think it executed. I did a limit. Let's see if it executed. I don't want to say if it didn't execute. I'd execute it. It's probably going to be a loser, but who knows? I bought some.
That's the way to enter every trade.
What'd you say?
So that's the way to get into every trade. bought this. Probably going to be a loser. You know.
Oh yeah. I just bought some work calls. WORK.
Slack? Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the January 15th $30 calls.
All right.
For what stock?
Slack. Whiskey Oscar
WORK.
Romeo Kilo.
No method or madness.
I like how Luke talks to us like we're in the military.
That's how we do our tickers here. I spent too many years on the news desk. That's how we communicate, or otherwise people are, getting their letters mixed up and that sort of thing.
That's hilarious.
All right, JC, you have one more options trade for us?
I do. We're going to go Domino's Pizza, bull call spread, long March 400 call, short March 450, $16 debit, taking profits at 32. Boom.
Okay, wait. One more time, a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Domino's Pizza.
Yep, we got that.
Bull call spread.
Okay.
We're going long 400 calls, March 400s, and selling an equivalent amount of the March 450s.
So what's that do?
Well, we're taking the money from selling the 450s to help pay for the 400 calls so that we're getting it cheaper. So we're getting, we're getting it at a massive discount. So we're having to put up less capital. There's less risk. All great things.
So it's a way to get into the stock and have exposure for really, really cheaply.
Right.
Okay. And how long would you keep it until March? What would you do duration-wise on this?
Yeah, exactly. So you want to, so first of all, when it hits 32, we're out. No matter when it comes. It could be next week, right?
Okay.
And then as you approach March, then you want to figure out as you get into the month of expiration, if it's still not at the target or you haven't been stopped out and you're still in it, then you probably want to reevaluate and probably do something about it, depending on where we're at. Because that's when that's when you really start getting screwed.
Okay.
How's that
Luke, are you gonna make this trade?
What's up with Michigan? Yo, Raznick, what's up with Michigan, bro?
The football team? I don't even know we had one anymore. It's bad.
It makes me sad. It makes me sad. It's not right. It's better for college football if they're doing well.
I mean, totally agree, and it's bad. I mean, against Wisconsin, we weren't even breathing. I mean,
it's disappointing to see. I guess we lost Raznick, so I guess it's the JC show.
Boom, and Luke's back. Sorry, we had Comcast was visiting. I had to help for a second. But all right, we got the trade ideas.
What do you think about
that? Which one? All of them?
Yeah, what do you think?
EPZ? I love it. I love that you bring a more sophisticated angle to it too than Jason and I do, and you look at the world differently, which is great, right? We don't pay a ton of attention to charts or technicals or anything along those lines. Again, we're looking at the fundamentals, the stories, and we need that diversity of thought.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir. I couldn't agree more.
and you bring the energy. We get some guests here. It's it's like we're working to pump them up, and you're here and you're like, come on, man, bigger claps, let's go.
Dude, Raznick's the best. When Raznick gets on stage at like the Benzinga conferences, he's my favorite. He gets everybody all riled up. Raznick on stage is the best.
Are you guys? Am I back?
You're back. I'll just give you props.
No, this is what's going on here. We had here. I'm gonna go to a screen of just people. So we had a leak in my home office here, and they were fixing this stuff today, and then they busted a pipe by accident. So all this water came down, exploding. And this is what we got. My books, all my sweet books, my singing, everything I've collected. We got some problems in here right now. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's why I saved this brochure, JC, when I was the Rising Entrepreneur of the Year in like 2000 and something. I don't know what year it says. It's that
just goes to show you they get those picks wrong sometimes.
Low blow.
It's all wet now too, but yeah, exactly. Luke, I'll just give you this book, Luke. This one's wet now too. Anthony Scaramucci, the Trump blue collar president. This is when he loved him.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll read the sequel.
And then I'll send you this book, Super Cash by James Altucher, The New Hedge Fund Capitalism.
JC needs that.
Yeah, but no. So JC, Michigan, it's unbelievable. Top school, the recruits, arguably should be good.
These are his guys too. These are Harbaugh's guys.
Yeah, and Harbaugh's arguably one of the, Most of them gets like 10 million a year. And and Urban Meyer is a schmuck, but I would take Urban Meyer.
He makes almost as much as Raznick makes, right?
I mean, it's unbelievable. I can't believe someone makes that, or how much JC makes. But it's sad. What's your college team? Right? Oh yeah, I knew that. You Miami Hurricanes used to be so dominant.
You like a hurricane.
The top 10.
JC, did I ever? You guys know 2 years ago I bought JC this car, but a real one.
I didn't know that.
Orange Lamborghini, yeah.
That's cool. That was nice.
Yeah.
Match a sweatshirt.
Yeah. All
right, Jason. We got to go to our dev meeting in a couple minutes.
All right. So I guess I'm out, fellas. It was a pleasure. Raznick,
they love the trades. They love the options. They love the credit debit spreads. They're like, we're giving JC on every Thursday. They loved it. So thank you for like bringing.
All right. But where do people hear more? Where should they go?
Yeah.
I'm easy to find. All-Star Charts on Twitter, StockTwits, Instagram, YouTube. Just go to allstarcharts.com. I'm easy to find. Say what's up. Unless you're a Gators fan, then stay away from me.
Yeah. All-Star Charts.
All right, I'm dropping that in the chat.
All-Star Charts.
Welcome to.
It's allstarcharts.tv.
allstarcharts.com, but there should be an allstarcharts.tv.
I'm just kidding.
If there's an All-Star Charts TV, will you be on it?
I'm trying to be funny.
Jason's trying to buy the domain.
I was trying to be funny on a random domain. I guess I should have said it's allstarcharts.xxx. Okay.
All right, there. Yeah, that's the premium content.
Raznick, I'm going to send the crew out there to go interview.
So what happened with that? You called me. We're doing the whole thing. I give you my whole Twitter story. Why I started Benzinga.
I already know the story. I know the stories. I don't need you to tell me. You need to tell the camera. So, COVID and, crisis and all that stuff. I don't know if you heard. It's a thing. So
say hi, JC.
Hi, JC.
Say hi, JC, Arya. Hi. Say hi, JC.
Hi.
You hear her?
There we go.
You're talking over her, JC. Let's say hi, JC.
Hi, JC.
Okay, she did it. All right.
Clearly, she got the wife's looks, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God for her.
Or the milkman's looks. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if you know what that means, but it's a little joke. Maybe it's not a joke. Who knows? All right. Thanks. Usually I'm in the office though, JC. It'll be a long story, but anyway.
All good. Have a good one, guys.
All right, man. Thanks for joining.
Guys, thank you. Best part of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. What is that one?
All right, and real quick, I keep getting asked about NLS in the chat. That's Nautilus is the stock there. I'm gonna use that also to give us an update on our stock pick competition of the week between you and the chatters. NLS was my pick for this. The thing is up 6%. That puts us into position number 9. I like this stock on lockdown news, but I think people are gonna be buying a home.
We had the CEO on.
Yes, I've interviewed him many times.
Okay.
Yep.
And a reminder, I'm giving away 5 books autographed by Josh Brown. He'll be on the show with me tomorrow at 8:45 in the morning at same location, or you can or go to premarket.benzinga.com. Is that our pre-market page, Luke, with all the new data and stuff?
I believe so. Let's figure that out live. So
go to
premarket.benzinga.com. There we go.
Go to premarket.benzinga.com and tell us feedback if you like this page. It shows you all the moves prior to the market. And
you know what? I think it's benzinga.com/premarket actually.
All right, benzinga.com/premarket. And then PJ, what were you talking about? Well, let me see. Best part, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I didn't see that in a poster in the background. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe
it's my background. Oh, no, JC's. Okay.
JC's maybe. Are you not using the other camera?
It's gone. When you went to New York to interview Portnoy, it disappeared.
That is crazy.
Yep, it's gone.
There's another.
I think Aaron Thomas brought it with him.
There's another camera here at my house that needs to be brought to the office. I'm gonna do this stuff from the office tomorrow. If you guys are in Detroit, you want to trade from our office, whatever, let us know. Post COVID or whenever. I don't know. All right, there's the pre-market. No, not pre-market prep. Who put the pre-market prep thing?
I put that one in. Here's the overview page. That's if you want to watch the show tomorrow. Go there. If you just want to see our new pre-market page, then I'll drop that one.
By the way, premarket.benzinga.com works too, man. So.
Okay.
That's the page where you can see the movers and all that. Give us feedback there. And thank you for the love, Zinger Nation. You're out there, and hopefully you enjoyed the history of Benzinga yesterday. We're gonna do a little bit more of that, and if you want to share feedback on how it could be better, let us know. Once we have the show name, then we'll have a joint email that you can email our producer and Luke at the same time.
Yep, and Jason.
Yeah, and me.
Yeah, here's some early voting. We'll do another round of voting tomorrow, but we got a lot of write-in names for this show. My favorite is Rippy Stocks with Benzinga. That's a good one. But all right, guys, peace out. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy trading. Buy some stocks, I guess. You know, that whole deal. And let's close it the way that we started it. All right, Neo.
Transparent traders. Transparent traders, feel free to come. Happy to host you. Hotels are super cheap. And hey, Robin, if you missed the history of Benzinga, go to our show from yesterday and like go halfway through. We'll make it. Once we get Mitch working again and doing this stuff, we'll get him to cut it in half so you can just get that. But you can go see the history of Benzinga. There's some emotional moments, and I try to be real with everyone. I'm sure I left some stuff out, but yeah, take a look. And congrats, Luke, and hopefully Neo comes in, and hopefully you guys Tesla longs. You're happy with me right now, and just remember, don't risk too much so you can sleep at night. And we'll talk to you later. Have a great day.
Okay. All right. Peace, guys.